All right. Gentlemen, for our final time, let's recap where we left off. Our heroes, now known collectively as Roka's Academy, Blumco Industries, whatever you want to call it, had gone through a gate portal that led to the heart of Thelagos, one of the levels of hell where the patron of Azazel was sitting on his throne in his courtyard, ready to make his grand entrance into the material plane. Uh, Armed with a blank book, our heroes tried to fight him off, but in the process, Henrik went down. Trying desperately to find the devil's name in his book, Azazel finally managed to put the letters in the correct order, shouted his name, and gave him a modicum of control over his patron. This was the edge the group needed, as Henrik was healed, and the four of them took the fight to him, and finally slayed the Devil King. Azazel's father, previously imprisoned in the castle, managed to escape after this death, and led their enemies away as they shut down the portal from both sides, and used clever banishment spells to make their way back home. In the material plane, Aetheria wasn't alone in their fight. 12 allies of our heroes took up arms and fought side by side in order to fend off fiends and devils and demons alike, giving Ave a chance of hope. And alas, the only casualty was the person who brought them all together. Roka given up his soul in order to heal the party into their final fight. That whose funeral is today. It has been 3 months since the fight of Ave. The fall has started to turn to winter. An unusually warm day. You'd think it was the end of summer, if not for the cold wind chill that blisters up from time to time. You all have been dealing with the destruction down in Ave, and decided it best to split for a little bit in order to help out some personal loose ends that you all had. The same way that this story started is the same way that it ends. You each receive a letter addressed to you. In it explains that the funeral for Roka will commence tomorrow, and you can begin walking to the west. You will magically be at the gates in about 2 hours of walking. You all show up at different times throughout the night, to the point where everyone who's already there is sleeping, except for Break, who greets you with a handshake, a nod, a hug. So you tuck yourself in and await the ceremony on the morrow. We focus in on one of you first. Azazel. This is the first time in a couple of months that you're waking up alone. And you look around and you notice your party members all with you, sleeping in separate beds. And coming in through the door on the side is Serenity. And she comes over to the bed. She runs her hand through your hair. And she goes, "Are you awake yet?"
With you here, how could I ever stay asleep? And I go for just like a quick like peck on the cheek or whatever.
She goes, "How are you feeling about today?"
I'm feeling a lot of things. I'm feeling a sense of deep sadness, but I know that this is important and it's the right thing for us to be here.
He would
Thank
have
you for
wanted
being
you here.
here.
I just hear the stories that you tell me, and I know that he would have been proud of you.
Thank you.
We got in pretty late. There were already people outside, They're all looking at me like I have 3 heads on. If you can come and introduce me to them, that would be great.
You're right. I probably should get up, start the day. And he rolls out of bed and.
You do look around at
yeah.
your comrades who are stirring awake as you are starting off this morning as well. You guys want to jump in?
Hey, do you guys smell the bacon? The eggs?
Azazel, it'd be dangerous to eat any of that. You better stick to, the food, safe food, the food that I make. It's a funeral. We don't want more deaths.
You're totally right.
Might be poison.
Dewey.
I could go without a morning of tofu.
It's still dark in the room. You guys notice that Dewey's eyes are glowing with this yellow ethereal light.
It shuts off when he blinks.
Yeah, it blinks the eye. It's almost like cat eyes that you can see in the dark, but they're yellow.
He steps into a sunbeam near one of the windows, and it's indistinguishable. You cease to see it at that point. But in the shadows, you see the flicker of gold.
Oh my goodness, Dewey, you're looking rather spectacular this morning.
Oh, that's kind of you, Azazel, but you really shouldn't be flirting with me with your significant other right in the room.
She walks over and she's like, "I'll wait for you to get out of bed." But hi guys, I'm Serenity. We met at the college in Ave before everything went down.
Yeah,
That's right. It's been a minute.
It has. It's good to see all of you.
Dewey leans over to
Likewise.
Roy. He says, he whispers, we get off an island called Tranquility, and he goes and he marries somebody named Serenity.
He's got a type.
Yeah, sorry guys. This is Serenity and I have been. Well, she already introduced herself. She doesn't need me.
I've seen these ones before.
That's right. We already know your name. It's his asshole.
Thank you. And what is your name again?
Good one.
If you guys were coming from Ave, we could have walked over together.
Yeah, we probably could, huh?
I don't know why you left so early. I mean, I understand. Don't want to spend time with Dewey. I get
Always
it.
the rebel. That is Azazel.
No, I get it. It's how long you two been together now?
Oh, I think it just since everything went down, right?
Yeah.
After the cleanup started, he kind of came right to the college and he helped us rebuild and got to talking, and talking led to more talking, and you know how it goes.
Yep, that is Azazel, and I'll give him like a little elbow in the rib there. He's a helpful guy. He helps a lot.
Oh, you.
But
Yeah.
tell him what we've been doing. We've been keeping busy.
We have. I've actually been teaching at the school. Surprisingly enough, Rosea, the headmaster, has been letting me do that, and I've been kind of pulling her arm a little bit, trying to get her to open a sister location for the school in Eden. Maybe get the kiddos there, from the orphanage. Give them a little something to skill building, give them something to help them out, start off a life that doesn't involve stealing things and nefarious deeds. But honestly, all I've been doing is just my Azazel thing, schmoozing and playing my little lyre here.
Well, that sounds like a great idea. Dewey walks over to Heinrich and says, you might be able to get that under the Blanco designation. Like a school's kind of like a non-profit thing. You'd be able to evade the Eden taxes.
Taxes.
I've already got 5 Blanco subsidiaries. What are you talking about?
What?
Yeah.
Where?
We've got strawberries. We've got latex.
What's that?
Well, it's like sheepskin, really.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, no.
What do you use that for?
The kids know. Don't worry about it.
Hats.
Yeah, you say, I'll figure it out.
Prophylactic.
Oh, okay. They chat about that.
Yeah, they chat about the other 3.
45 minutes straight.
After you guys kind of, Roy, do you want to say what you've been doing before we go on?
Gosh, yeah, I don't know. I've been around. I've been helping with the cleanup in Ave. Paid some respects back at my uncle. Went home for a bit, hung with Hector. Been a little traveling and kind of exhaling after fighting that good fight, you know? It's been nice to be able to stretch my legs, but man, I missed you boys. And
You deserve some rest.
thank you. Anytime we're in Ave, there's a place for us to hang, courtesy of Larsa. We've got our own Blumco HQ.
Yeah.
And it's full to the brim. A huge banana horde.
To plenty.
Like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, just like Donkey Kong, actually. Oh, banana.
You know, Roy, do you remember when I messaged you that one day? But you said you were too busy? You were meeting with Hector and all them?
Yeah.
I was going up that way. Because I was going up to Dayan. And I wanted you to come by. I didn't want to interrupt, so I kept it purposely vague, and I ran out of spell slots, so I forgot afterwards.
Well, I did snag a little something for your troubles, Dewey, that I think you'd appreciate.
Yeah? Wait, do you want to tell me first, or do you want to hear what I found first?
Well, you tell me, and I'll tell you after.
All right. So, you remember they were telling us about that secret trap compartment in the Library of Secrets in Dayan? I went up there, and I waved my wand of secrets around until I found that door, and I opened it. And you'll never believe what I found.
A big pile of gold.
Greg, tell him what I found.
You found ancient magical scrolls that go beyond level 9. These are world-changing, earth-shattering spell scrolls.
Whoa.
Oh! I would have built it up more.
Yeah, you really were selling me on that, Dewey. I know you're not going to be our new marketing manager for Blumco here.
The only problem is, when you showed these to Georges, who is the leading philosopher / expert on magical scrolls, he did say that there is a chance that these could fail, and if they fail, there is a chance that things around the vicinity of this spell scroll could cease to exist.
Whoa.
So I thought about casting it, but then I thought about when we were in the astral plane and we were stuck there. And I was thinking, I could always banish myself back, but what if there was no place to banish it back to because our plane got erased? So I decided I'd hold on to it.
Good idea, Dewey. We fought a lot to save this plane. I really don't want to wipe it away with a piece of paper.
But it's crazy. Ancient magic stuff.
I'm all about ancient magic stuff. I'd like to take a peek at it.
That's too dangerous. I don't know, but I buried them deep underground, under the ruins of the. I mean, in the secret section, the forbidden section of the library, the new library that's being built.
Oh.
The ruins of the old one, the church, the new church.
Yes, new church is being built in Ave for Ioun.
Okay. Well, this might pale in comparison, but anyway, what the hey? And I fish out of my pocket a bunch of Corvanus, like, merchandise magnets for you.
Oh my gosh, this will go great on the metal cool box.
Hector's been looking to take charge of Corvanus, so we're trying to branch out a little bit.
Ah,
He's
I'll
doing
use
great
every one of them. This is beautiful. You know, I always wondered what these would do to an automaton.
We didn't try that, did we?
No,
Huh.
no, we didn't.
Probably for the best.
Maybe we'll find one day.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, it'll make them look a lot cooler.
It's true. Maybe it'll change their disposition. Do you see any in Eden? Are there like, did they remove them all, get all the scraps off the streets, or are some of them kind of like kicking around, just doing basic protocols?
Well, you know, it's kind of funny. They've all just sort of stopped working, and a lot of the people in the town really don't like. You know, they don't really have any use for them, so they kind of just stay as statues, reminders of what once was, and a reminder to, you know, be ever vigilant and to, you know, actually, you know what? It's actually gotten a lot of people into local politics, really branching out and trying to make sure that we all have a hand in, you know, our government's, you know, overreach and stuff like that. So kind of more aesthetic than anything at this point.
Probably best.
Like that. Like
It's a reminder to never let that happen again.
Next time Dewey goes to Eden, he's gonna slap one on one of the statues.
All right.
a broken automaton to see if something works.
It says, "Welcome to Corvanus."
Henrik, I've been meaning to ask you. I know you're a very successful businessman, and I'm just saying, I think it might be great if you sponsored maybe the school's like. Yes.
Are you asking me for money right now?
No. I'm not asking you for money.
Oh,
I'm asking
you. Say you don't have any? You don't have any, Henrik?
Me? No, I built 4 orphanages for the children that lived underground.
Oh, it sounds like you got a lot. Continue, Azazel. Sounds like you got enough to give.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, what if you sponsored? This would be great for the company. Sponsor a little league, a little league for all of the kids to play pickleball, which is kind of like rugby, but you use a pickle instead of a ball.
You're not thinking
That's
outside
excellent.
the box enough, Azazel. We need to rebrand that. We could play
Oh, what are you thinking?
Blump Ball.
Well, what would they use instead of a pickle?
A banana.
Of course.
He's got bananas over his corner, shoulder.
That's
I
awesome.
went out and got some just for the occasion.
Eat them all right now, or you're scared.
That's
Goodness, no.
so much potassium. That's way too much potassium.
I'm getting blood work tomorrow too, so I can't. Actually, that'd be
My
awful.
blood work stuff.
Just a
lot of
thought, Henrik.
potassium.
Well, what do you say, Henrik?
I've got to come clean with you guys. I'm just a figurehead for legal purposes. You're gonna have to talk to my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, she always was better with math.
and everything else really.
Well,
You were
maybe-
better at scaling onto climbing up monsters, though.
Hey, I've
Well-
seen you stab people.
Oh,
You're
thank
the
you.
best stabber I've ever seen in all the land.
Well, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You know, speaking of, I was meaning to talk to you, Azazel. You probably have made some songs about Heinrich's victories and Roy's investigations, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
as you know,
yeah.
in your new career, I was hoping you would when you tell stories about me. You know, I have a couple changes I was hoping for, and he pulls you aside. He's like, I want to look really grand and really attractive. So he's gonna
okay.
all the
Okay.
stories like my armor glimmering off the stuff. The
Glimmering
the villains,
armor.
flabbergasted. They couldn't respond to my witty insults. Things like that.
Flabbergasted
So
Yep, I got it.
Yes,
I
yes.
have like a whole different book that is like Azazel's book, and he's like writing down notes.
right,
Like,
right.
oh, this is
That
actually
time
great.
yeah. The time I out debated the Sphinx. Tell them about that.
Oh yeah, the time you outdebated the Sphinx.
Right.
The time you kicked the ass of the aboleth. We can
Well,
we can take
yeah.
our liberties. It's
Right.
it's creative license. We
Yes.
can, you know.
Yes, the time I freed my friends' minds of the curse of the yeah,
That's right.
single-handedly.
Well, and we'll and the one about how, like, I mean, of the three Uwis, you're the
The ooze.
you're the
The Uwis.
the Uwis. You're the
Can we
best
get a
Uwi.
sexier name than that? That kind of sounds like Iwi, which is an insult. And it sounds like Ew also, which is sheepskin, and that's not my domain. That's not my domain. I don't deal with
Uwi, the only Uwi that's not Ewy. No, I'll work on
that. I
it.
like it. It's good enough.
We'll
Nice
get
one.
something. We'll get something good in here.
Yes.
Oh, we
yes,
gotta
but
write.
But thank you. Yeah.
We gotta write about that. We gotta sing about the hammer too. Come on.
Right. And okay, if you need any help with lyrics, you just let me know. But thank you.
I
I'll
yoon,
be
you yoon,
Right.
we yoon. I got it.
Yes, I'll be around next week to see if you've done all 18 songs of the 2 CD set.
Well, that's gonna take me. We'll work on it. We'll do track by track.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
You guys start smelling the breakfast in the air, as the outside calls to you, and make your way outside, and you see that everybody is already awake, getting the quote unquote festivities going. Yes, it is a funeral, but it is also a celebration of life. It is a celebration of everything that you guys have accomplished and everything that could have been far, far worse if it wasn't for the people that are here doing something about it. You walk outside and you see Lee and Felix kind of hovering over the grill as they're just smoking up and blackening up some meats, getting
Grilling
some
bananas.
eggs going. There is what's up?
Grilling bananas.
They're grilling up some
Plantains.
strawberries and bananas and plantains. Just getting everything going, and everyone is kind of in this vestibule / courtyard area as Chud Jr. is over by the casket, just kind of awaiting. Out on the horizon, since you guys are kind of on this plateau that overlooks the western waters, you do notice 2 pirate ships out on the water.
Ooh.
One of them, actually both of them, are very familiar to you. One of them is Captain Ballista's ship. One of them is Captain Bubba's ship. and they're
Are
just
they
docked.
both are they both captains, or is one an admiral now?
Both of them are still captains.
Equals.
You guys
Hey,
can
that's-
go over.
That's Bubba's ship.
The SS
Let's go
McClubba.
over there.
Walk all the way over it.
I heard you say you go over, so I'm like, yeah, that's where we're going.
let's stay in this courtyard for a little bit more.
Yeah.
You guys can go up to whoever that you want to talk to. If you want to go over to the casket, by all means. Otherwise, I do have points of interest that will be coming up as time goes on.
You know,
Are
schmooze
is
around.
there? Do we think there's going to be a big procession, or is it just kind of like an open, not an open casket, but like an open floor thing?
It's kind of like an open floor thing. There's not going to be like a big speech at the end of it by anybody, as far as you guys know.
Can
Like,
there be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright.
If you guys want to say something to the processional, by all means. Before all of this happens, Break comes over to you all and goes, I'm glad that you were able to show up as quickly as you did. It wouldn't have been the same without you. I think it would be best if the four of you and Felix and myself are the ones to carry down the casket to the waters. Your two pirate captain friends suggested that they would be the ones to kind of bring him onto the horizon, bring him onto the next chapter of his bodily life. And can't think of anything better for him, honestly. So if you guys are willing to carry him down plateau down to the waters, I think that would be greatly appreciated.
Of course.
Of course.
The least we could do.
It's good to see you
Yeah.
guys again.
Likewise.
After we get done, you should tell us how you beat that. What was it, a shadow dragon?
We went up against the fucking Shadow Dragon, man. That was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Felix
That's
almost
wild.
died. Felix almost went down. Luckily, he was able to turn into an air elemental. Fuck those guys up.
Yeah, Brig, I heard you did some really cool stuff in that fight. You know, saved everybody's lives. Did some great psionic, great stuff. Pretty cool.
I think we all say. I think if we didn't have the people there that were there, it would have been a completely different fight. And I'm grateful that everybody was able to make it out alive. Because odds, not a lot of people did. And we could just have some sort of anchor to hold us all together. He looks over at the casket. I'm glad it was him. And I don't know what's next for the academy. Maybe Felix and I go our separate ways and try a different type of schooling or something, but I think for now we'll keep his memory alive. And if that turns into us starting a new academy, I think that's what he would have wanted. Mortimer over there has been kind of distraught, but I think he'll be okay. been kind of keeping him busy and kind of taking him under our wings a little bit, seeing what he wants to be in this world.
Oh, did Roka have a will?
I was thinking the same
I mean,
thing.
How do you have a will when you're a 500-year-old magical
Right.
fey creature?
Uh-oh. Is it outdated? Is it like 200 years old?
it's not that it's outdated. We think it's more. This is Mortimer's house. If he decides he wants to start an academy, that's up to him. And we're so close to Tram that they consider us heroes of the realm, so we can get anything that we need for the academy right up here. Plus, Bryce will be able to handle anything for us. Though I've heard that he's going into bigger and better things than just being a town judge. But
What kind
I think-
of things?
the new King Larsa has appointed him his head knight.
Oh, I mean,
Wow.
that's not really that cool.
I think
It
being
sounds like,
the main-
yeah, it's not. It's pretty cool.
So, I think whoever the predecessor is for the judge of Tram will be good to us, considering the things that have happened. And honestly, at this point, I just want to make sure that Mortimer's okay. Been through a lot. I was his last family member.
That's tough. Poor Mortimer.
How old is Mortimer?
About 19.
Would you say he's a good role model for youths?
I think he's a little pessimistic and skittish, but I think given enough training, he'll be able to come out of his shell. I think his problem is that he doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. And, I mean,
Oh.
as any
He
18,
needs some
19-year-old can,
guidance.
sure. I think that helps.
Oh.
And he's only getting it from me and Felix, and I think maybe getting another perspective would be nice.
All right. Well, maybe one of us, the most equipped one for his situation, maybe we'll give him some words of wisdom.
I think that he just needs to find or discover his own path. No,
Okay. Maybe nobody should talk to him at all.
He's older than me.
Yeah, he's just gonna try out a bunch of stuff. Let him go out on his own. You know, throw him to the wolves a little bit.
Are we doing him a disservice talking to him now? Should we be?
you can, by all means. I mean,
No. I mean,
kind of
should nobody be
lingering
talking?
is
Should we tell Valna to stop infecting his mind?
She's gonna.
He's
have
at
him
a
off on
funeral
some
and nobody's gonna
cockamamie
talk
quest.
to him.
just, I'm sorry for your loss, and everyone's just like, nah, don't worry about it.
Poor Mortimer. Can't catch and break this kid. Oh, maybe he could go on. You know who he should talk to? He should talk to Neural. Because Neural knows a thing or two about finding himself.
Oh yeah, self-discovery. Mortimer, he might need a wear-ack.
That's exactly my thought.
Fuck is a werak?
Oh, you don't know.
Wow.
It's a
Really? You don't?
man's rite of passage, of course.
He puts his own hands up. He's like, hey man, listen.
We're saying
guys
this
have
to
seen some
Brig,
shit.
who's like a half orc too.
Yeah.
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 You don't know.
He's like, you guys have seen some shit. Like, if you guys wanted, well, whatever you want to call things, what I think doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters. It matters. Yeah, you should talk to a girl. Maybe you could use a wear-ack too, as you discover your next chapter in life.
True.
Everybody could use a wear-ack.
True. We could all use a little self-discovery.
Roy,
Yes.
Hector and Neural come up to you,
Oh boy.
and Hector pats you on your shoulder, and he's like, "Kind of left in a hurry, in Corvinus last time. Everything okay?"
Yeah, there's, something about the open road that just kind of calls to you. It was nice to be home, but sometimes you just gotta, I don't know, get to the next adventure.
I get that. Me and Neural, after everything that went down in Corvinus, have been kind of getting some feelers out, making sure that we can get some trade going on, as we kind of expand this relationship that we've been having with the locals. I've been having, shit, what was his name?
Phil McCracken?
Yeah, I've been having Phil. Jesus, sorry.
Yeah,
I've been
okay.
having Phil give me
Phil?
some free samples of some things, so that he can get his potions out. I think that he would be able to get a nice brand going. He just expanded himself a little bit, and nobody tells you these things when you become chief of the whole village. You know, there's so much commerce that has to go through. It's crazy. We were such a small village, and now I'm trying to open it up to the rest of the continent. It's crazy.
Well, you should talk with Henrik. I mean, he could expand the pie industry as well too. Banana cream, strawberry. I heard that he was actually looking to expand into rhubarb as well.
I was hoping that he was getting into rhubarb because I've heard that those go very well with strawberries.
They actually sell well in Bravenport, from what I've heard.
Maybe I should ask Nova about that as well. He's got
Good.
his hand in everything over there. Meryl comes over and he's like, Roy, Meryl was wondering if you could take a look at Neryl's book. And in a very leather bound, stitched up pieces of parchment, on the front of it says Chronicles of Neuralia and How My Friends Saved the World.
Oh, Nerl, I'd love to read this. More than you realize.
He goes, Neryl's been working on it for the past couple of months, and
Has Azazel
Really,
seen
it's-
this?
Azazel has not seen this. If you want to give it to him, Neryl would be most pleased.
Azazel! I'll call him over.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Neuralia.
Wait, what is
Wait,
this?
Nerl. You haven't signed it.
Neryl could sign it, and he grabs a quill, signs it. Goes, this is the first draft of the Chronicles of Neuralia, and it would please Neryl greatly if you guys would have it.
Oh, I'd be honored.
There's no greater honor than receiving this. Neural, you are something else, my friend.
He goes in for a hug. Goes,
Yeah, big.
it is good to see you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. Oh.
Gosh, I will treasure this book forever.
Neryl hopes that people in the future know what you four did. We were just a small part of something greater. It was you four that did something. The call to action didn't call out to you. You embraced it. Went for it. Neryl couldn't do that. Neryl couldn't have done any of this without you. And this is that Neryl just wants to thank you. And that's what Neryl's gonna do. Thank you.
Thank you, Neural. You've brightened our lives.
Hector looks over and he goes, you know, he's my lead bodyguard as this new chieftain of Corvanus. And I can't think of anything better than somebody who has succeeded in their Werak, expanding their horizons a little bit more. What'd you say?
Hear, hear.
And hey, that leaves room for you to keep on exploring, hey Roy?
Oh, don't I know it?
How about
Yeah.
you follow? How about you follow in our uncle's footsteps? Want to be a secret ambassador to Corvanus, or something that the new King Larsa needs? I think no matter what you choose, it's going to be beneficial for everybody. And I'm sorry that it took me this long to realize just how grateful I am to be your brother.
Well, thanks, Hector. We all have our part, and I'm proud of you. We've done a lot to save Aetheria, and I think the best thing we could do is just keep doing good everywhere we can.
He looks over at the casket and he goes, "That's what he would have wanted. I feel that. I'm proud of you too." He goes in for a hug.
Oh, big dragon hug. We tuck it.
Tuck that
right
he gives
in.
you like a quick noogie, and he's just like, "But you're still my younger brother."
Oh, you. I'll just give him like a little jab.
Moving on. Does anybody want to talk to anybody in particular?
Yeah, Magdalena's there, right? Azazel wants to take Serenity and bring her to Magdalena and introduce them.
Okay.
Hey, Mom. How you doing?
Hair has gotten ridiculous. Do you know this?
Yeah, I know. It's not a lot of opportunities for a haircut out on the... you know, when you're adventuring and when you're a school teacher, I guess.
And you're saving the world.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Hug.
I give her a big hug. I'm like, Mom, I wanted to introduce you to someone. This is Serenity. Serenity, this is my mom, Magdalena.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And Serenity leans over. It's like, oh my goodness. Hi, I didn't know that you were gonna be here. I haven't made myself up. And she's like, don't worry about it. We're just glad that you're here. As long as you make my son happy, I'm happy. And you see like a breath of Serenity. Like Serenity instantly got like super nervous and anxious. And as soon as she said that, it was just like, okay. Like, he's cool.
I
She
just
goes-
thought it was important to introduce the two most important women in my life right now. And, you know, you made me who I am, and you are making me a better me.
And looks like we have a lot in common, huh? And Serenity starts laughing. She goes, "Yeah, you've made it an easy job for me. He's been amazing with these kids that he's teaching. I understand that he's had a hard life after leaving the orphanage, and I just want to tell you that he's been so great building something for future generations in order to make them happier than he was. He's leaving this world so much better than how he grew up. And I couldn't be prouder of him. And that's part of the reason why I love him. That and his strikingly good looks, of course. Magdalena starts laughing. She's like, hey, he did grow up to be a looker, that's for sure. Except for this hair. If you could just tie it up. It's a funeral. Come on. Just do something.
Okay, fine. I can't say no to you, Mom. And he puts his hair up in a little bun. But it's still kind of a messy bun.
But at least it's up.
I like that you had the hair tie like right there for it too.
Ready.
I have like 20 of them like on my desk.
I'm literally playing with a hair tie that I found on the desk right now.
Hair ties for all.
And you guys can continue on the conversation of them meeting and how you guys started your relationship and everything. Anyone else?
Dewey has like 2 quick ones, though
Yep.
not very long. He'll walk over to Bryce and say, congratulations on your promotion, right? You heard you got promoted.
He goes to shake your hand. Do you take it?
Yeah. I shake it
Yes.
awkwardly like Jack Sparrow.
Which is honestly very Dewey. He goes, thank you. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting to just kind of live in Trim for the rest of my days, but I think a higher purpose calls out to me. I think that you can appreciate that.
I mean, I do, in a way, I'm kind of that higher purpose because, like, I helped get the new Larsa in power there. So really, like, you got your promotion because of me.
Look, if you want to go back to the beginning of time and say that
Well,
you
I mean,
started
just like,
everything,
this was like 3 months ago.
the-
We switched the Larsas, and then the one it was a good pick. I mean, he chose it, but really, it's also like kind of because of me.
if you're reaching for an act of appreciation or a thank you,
I mean, you don't need to thank me. That's a little much, but I wanted you to know.
yeah, then all right, then I'm not going to give it. It's fine. I think that I got it on my own merit. And he
okay.
gives that
Alright.
smug look of just like, I want to thank you, but he's not going to.
What are you gonna do
He's
with
like-
Tram?
Tram can be left to somebody who needs it. I was actually just talking to Nova over here of just saying that I don't think that in my new position I'm going to be able to afford some time to catching up to him. And Nova goes, and my business will be able to prosper without some hoity-toity paladin over my shoulder every time. Bryce looks over and he goes, so I guess
Well,
Ravenport is okay.
I mean, he's not hoity-toity. You should call him hoity-toity. Dewey does like the I can insult my brother, but you can't insult my brother thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
He goes, whoa. He felt a little hoity-toity to me, but
I mean, no,
my business.
He's not that hoity-toity. In fact, you're a little bit more hoity-toity with all the.
Oh,
right.
100%.
With all the money.
I realized.
Right.
But at least my business will be able to prosper without the onlooking of some judge in a different town.
Right.
Bryce goes, consider this the a 6-month head start, if you will. And Nova looks over. He's like, damn it. All right, that's fine. You know what? I'll take it. Starting now? He's like, no, wait. Bryce goes, no, it started 3 months ago, so you only have another 3 months. All right. It's okay. But Bryce looks over at you, Dewey, and he goes, I mean this in all sincerity. I appreciate what you've done. And I think Ayun appreciates what you've done.
She appreciates what you've done. She might. Even if I don't, she probably does.
Okay.
They'll kick it off there. We can go to somebody else if you want. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
Interrupt.
I was going to say one more thing, and then it's just like,
Okay.
well, from what I've heard, apparently have to give you some appreciation as well. So I guess I'll start with that.
Well, when you put it like that, Dewey will wink, a weird wink.
And with his yellow eyes blinking up towards him.
Yeah, but it's like held too long, so it's like a stink eye a little bit.
Yeah. Alright, anybody else? You said you had 2, right?
Yeah, I have 2. Anybody else want to do one before I do another quick one?
I could chat with Valna real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey Valna.
Because,
It's good to see you.
I
Thank you for coming.
think I owed it to Alma to come here in remembrance of somebody who helped save my town. And I don't say this lightly. I think I chose the wrong path. I'm glad that I was able to redeem myself because of you.
I'm glad that you went down the path that you did. It's just nice. It's been a long road, but I appreciate you.
Don't think that I've forgotten about our dance that we had in Dayan. I'd like another one.
You know what? I'll take you up on that. Name the
I'll
time.
get in contact with you.
Name the place.
I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Ooh, spicy.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Roy turns like slightly redder.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was the dance when you said, "I'm gonna fucking
I was
kill
like,
you."
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I hate you. And everybody else is like, oh, look at that. They're dancing. They love each other. Because they had no idea that there was like
Nope.
the rivalry, like in character, right?
Yep. Alright, go ahead, Dewey.
Alright, Dewey walks over to Arlie and he says, hey, you have a minute to talk?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
So, I got your letters. Thanks for sending them. I know you told me to keep in touch. He pulls out like a stack of 3 letters. And he's like, I thought about answering them, but then I didn't realize like I don't have where you live. So I asked my friend Tim. I was like, is it weird if I call her like through her mind? And Tim was like, you probably shouldn't do that. You should probably just tell her next time you see her. But like I definitely want to keep in touch, but I need your address to keep in touch, or a pigeon.
Here's my address. If you ever need use one of Felix's owls, Hoot and Who, you just call them and they'll be able to find me. They're good
Okay,
at finding people.
that makes sense. I'm good with owls.
And I'm pretty sure that Henrik has some owls too. If he would be willing to
Yeah,
scare him.
his is kind of mean though. He's always
I
questioning
just like to
me.
nip a little bit. There. But I was expecting an answer.
Right, but and like I know you wrote about, like I didn't realize that you also liked, like a wide array of. Dewey's just like standing around. He's like, like if you want, you can like I'm building a library. You can come down and help me build a library since we're both interested in all sorts of things. Libraries have all sorts of things.
I think I'm going to be a little bit busy, but if I have some spare time while I'm in Ave, I'll come find you.
All right. Well, until then, I'll send you a reply. Do you want me to reply to the one letter for all 3 letters, or do you want me to reply 1 letter for each letter that you've sent?
I think I would like 1 letter for each one that I've sent. Make me feel a
Okay.
little bit special.
Okay. Dewey, he sits in the awkwardness, and then he's like, okay, but like, are you gonna respond to the one that I send for each one, so that there'll be 3 more? So, because then you're always 3 ahead of me.
I mean, let's see what happens. And like she understands the awkwardness, and she just like she kisses him on the cheek, and she's just like, "Oh, have fun."
Dewey's like, this is weird in his head because he's not. It's platonic for him.
It's what's to say that it's
I know, he's-
not platonic for
that-
her.
That's why it's weird. He doesn't know. He thinks it's not. All right, but that's what I wanted. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. All right, we're good.
Hilarious.
We've
Okay.
done
As you guys are kind of sitting and chit-chatting to everybody, you hear loud pop come through, and standing next to a dwarven mage is the newly crowned King Larsa, popping in from a teleport spell.
Where's the mate? Where's Ashley? He's invisible again.
Oh no!
Get him!
Where are you? I polymorphed to look like him. I'll get me, you son of a bitch. Or not mask, disguise self rather, not polymorph.
Fucking hilarious. We have. I don't know where I put his token.
He can be canonically invisible.
That would be funny.
Azazel has true sight, right?
Polymorphed into another person.
No, that would be
Dewey-
cool if I had true sight.
Dewey has the spell true sight. Let's walk over to Heinrich and where is he? I need you to keep your eye on. I think the dwarf's here. There's 2 sets of footprints. Here. He flicks the true seeing in your eye so you can see the all invisible things. And you can see things as they are. Yes. Hold on, let me find true seeing.
I
have
stare at Dewey.
You're like, what?
Wait, what does he see? Hold on. See things as they actually are. What does he see?
Yeah, I'm staring at Dewey.
I'm kind of.
You
real
just
quick.
looking at Dewey.
Despite everything, it's still you.
Nice.
I love that line. Undertale.
That line is
I don't know
so
what
great
happened.
because, like, it assumes that you looked at the reflection the first time.
Yeah.
Despite everything,
It's you.
you do see the invisible dwarf right next to him.
Ewan McGregor.
There he is.
I meant what did he see when he looked at me?
Yeah.
Oh, when he looked at you?
Yeah.
Interesting. You notice there is a almost divine light in the center of his chest, almost beating like his heartbeat.
Iron Man.
Mm.
Kind of.
Heinrich knows something that Dewey doesn't know.
No, you know that it's there.
Well, I won't
just
know
didn't know
that.
that it
I
would
only
be
know the
seen.
glow from my eyes. That's the only thing I've been able to see, right? But I wouldn't know there's like
Right.
a glowing essence in me.
Correct.
So, that's cool.
You're very shiny there, Dewey.
Yeah, it's my armor. I polished it. for the
Never
funeral.
mind. No. Beneath that.
Larsa
confused.
comes over and he's like, I figured I could step away from my duties a little bit to pay my respects to a man that honestly we owe all of our lives to. I've had to do a lot of growing up these last 3 months. And I think seeing you four, and honestly seeing everybody here perform at their highest potential, gave me the courage to pick up the crown. And at this point, like, everyone starts coming over, and he's just like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting this." Okay. Firstly, I want to thank all of you. As you know, my new head knight is going to be Sir Bryce over there, but I was also hoping that the shepherds would take arms and be my protectors as well. And you see the 4 shepherds kind of give a quick arm and nod. They say, "We will perform to the best of our abilities like we always have, sir. We appreciate the accommodations and we appreciate you seeing our potential." And Larsa nods and he goes, "I do not want to take up too much of your time. I just want to be here for the ceremony and I can be on my way. But I'm sure that you have some questions about what has happened with the crown." My brother has been excommunicated. He's not imprisoned, he's not exiled, but he no longer has the protection of the crown, and he is free to lead a normal life without any quote-unquote unsavory actions. I couldn't bring myself to do any of those listed above actions. And I hope that he learns in time just how damning these actions of his could have been. I've been working with Hector to try to build a trade route between us and Corvanus, and I think that our relationship will be a hearty one for all, and giving some leeway to some of the pirates in the ocean. As long as they are making sure that our trade routes are secure, I think that having a few out there will be fine. Maybe I can hire them as some privateers as well. But that's what I've been up to the last 3 months. And he looks at the 4 of you and he goes, "I hope that if something were to happen later on in life, that before answer the call."
Gladly.
Never too far.
Wouldn't have it any other way. And I know where to find you.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, Lars, you gotta get in the spirit of this king thing. Like, if you tell us to do something, we kind of gotta do it.
You know, as my royal decree, I know that this is a funeral, but I want you guys to have a good time.
Order?
That's all I ever wanted, really.
I think Roka would echo that statement.
I think so too.
Be that.
And he probably had a funny little laugh right at the end, too.
Oh, and you know that he was making a funny face behind those glasses as well.
Always.
Felix comes over and he has food prepared and he goes, "Guys, food is ready. If anybody wants to go up and give a eulogy, I would say that now is the time to do it before we move on."
All right, well, Roy will look around. He'll step up to the, I don't know, the casket, like the pulpit area. Whoops. There we go. I do have a few words I'd like to say. I wrote them up, that way I wouldn't forget. Oh, man. Out of character, too, this is gonna be kind of hard. Just like the ending of it all, you know? Okay. We're all here today to celebrate the life of Roka. headmaster of the Roka Academy. A headmaster, a mentor, a friend who saw the greatness and potential in us all. Roka dedicated his entire life's work to finding, teaching, and cultivating the adventurers of Aetheria with a gentle guiding hand. Roka was a Fae from the Feywild, settled here in Tram, building the Roka Academy where we all stand here today. Didn't matter to him where we came from or what we've done in our past. Roka gathered each and every one of us and helped us find the best versions of ourselves. Roka kickstarted our adventuring careers with a mission right here in Tram. He sponsored us in the Dayan tournament, and he stood by our side with unflinching resolve against the forces of Ethos, never questioning where we stood and where our loyalties lied. When Aetheria was threatened by evil forces, we put out a call to arms to everyone we have come to know and love, all of you in this room here. Roka was there with us once again as we dove headfirst into the battle that could have led to the apocalypse in Aetheria. Roka gave his life in the ultimate sacrifice to save Aetheria from the forces of the Hells. We stand here today as the last graduating class of the Roka Academy. I look around at all of us, and I'm so thankful for the bonds that have been created between us all through Roka's teachings. On this day, we celebrate you, Roka. I'll just kind of, glance back at the casket. Your life, your dedication, your friendship, and your compassion. Thank you for giving a young dragonborn who ran away from home a chance. We thank you, we honor you, and we love you. This is for Roka, a true hero of Aetheria. We'll raise our glasses to the man who we all love, to Roka.
Everybody goes, "Here, here."
Dewey holds back tears. He sniffles.
Just hear a quick little.
That was beautiful, Rock.
That was
I know
a
you guys probably
wonderful
don't
speech.
have anything planned, but if anybody else wants to say something at the casket, by all means.
I'll go up. It's gonna be hard to follow, but Dewey pulls out a crinkle notepad. He's like, I didn't know Roka as long as the rest of you, but he treated me well as soon as I met him. He did something that not many other people would do. Give up part of his life to make others better. I heard he was over 500, and he sure looked it. Being 500, we're only a small part of his life. But even giving up a small part of his life to help make a beautiful world for the people that he cared about, spending his time on us year in, year out, that's beautiful. And he deserves everything for that. A true, gentle man to the very end. Thank you very much, Roka. He pats the coffin. We'll see you in what comes next. It's back.
Everybody raises their glass again. Henrik, Alma comes over to you and just in a sense of togetherness reaches for your hand and just holds onto it. Kind of rests her head on your shoulder.
I would like to summon Ralph.
Looks- Yep. Ralph is summoned, and he goes onto the other shoulder. And he looks over, and he goes, "Who?" And he sees Alma, and he instantly goes onto her shoulder.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, that checks out.
She goes, she starts petting him, and she goes, "You know, he always liked me more.
That's true.
How are you doing?"
I'm great. How are you? CEO of Blumco.
I'm better knowing that you're good. I was nervous coming here, but I knew showing up was better than just words of somewhat healing. I think I needed to be here. And I'm glad I was able to.
Glad you came.
I'm glad I'm here. And apparently you're giving me more business opportunities, and I'm not sure
no,
I
hold on.
appreciate it this time.
Listen, you're gonna have to talk to Azazel. I'm very sorry.
I know. He already came up to me. It's fine. I overheard it.
It's just, I figured it was better than me making promises for you, you know?
No, and I get it. It's just, I guess we could expanding into another town after 3 months of partnership. Also, the rest of the Church of Ethos has gone quiet. Notice that?
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know where Satan is. I think as long as he's running around, I don't think that their business is going to be finished. Giving you a heads up.
Then I guess ours isn't either.
No, I don't think so. I was also thinking about finding out what happened to a real mom and dad. Want to take up that excursion.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
like
that we
that.
have the resource with your pirate friend over there. We could be able to find for us. But we don't have to talk about that.
Oh no, your mic.
Yeah, you're getting a little
Yeah,
quiet there.
you got a
Did
little
you say that
fuzzy
again,
there.
Alma? You're getting a
No.
little choked up, Alma.
Oh, Alma, it's okay.
It's
We're
okay.
celebrating his life.
She said, we don't have to talk about that now. We can figure this out on another day. Right now, it's about Roka.
That's it.
Those are my proposed next steps if you're in.
Always in. Right, Ralph?
I knew you would. Who?
Who?
He goes back onto your shoulder and nuzzles into your ear.
Oh, who? Who?
Is there anything else that anybody wants to do?
Want to cry?
What a loaded question, huh?
Oh,
I don't know if there's anything else to do. This is except for cry.
I panache everyone in the room.
Right.
I purposely failed to check.
Okay. And I will move on.
Oh man.
I think at some point, Mortimer will like lean on Dewey, and Dewey will be sniffly, so he'll like accept it. But then Mortimer goes to speak, and Dewey's like, "I'm not supposed to talk to you." but he still holds.
He's like, you can stay here, but just don't talk to me. Oh my god. Roka's casket is led to the beach by his last class, his first teachers, Craig and Felix. A class that shouldn't have existed in its current form. But as you lay him into the water and watch him drift off into the horizon, you realize that this is what he wanted all along. People from different backgrounds to come together, learn from each other, help pick each other up when they're down, and make the world a better place than how they once found it. His mercenaries with morals was his way of saying, do good to others with the gifts you've been given. Flanked by the two good pirate ships, led by Captain Ballista, Captain Bubba, to lead him into the next life. You can't help but smile, as Roka has given you something that you've all been searching for. Second chance, and as you turn around and face everybody who showed up for today. Dedicated family. The end.
That question mark?
Until months down the line when you guys start picking up some side quests. But for now, the end.
The end.
And what a good story to tell. That is all written in the Chronicles of Nerlia.
Oh, it was fun making stories with you guys.
Yeah.
7
fun.
years. 7 years.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Couldn't be me.
No. Absolutely not you.
Oh man, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Well, until next week when we pick up with these characters and do another side quest or something.
We still got to fight a blue dragon. There's a
Blue
giant
Dragon.
that we need to fight out there too.
Giant.
We gotta help Philippe out. Gotta get
Um,
behind that locked door.
You do have stuff with your patron still, Roy.
That's
Oh,
right, yeah.
I almost forgot something. Zazzle,
Yes.
you have a new book in your possession.
Ooh.
It's not the same bound book of your old patron, who no longer ceases to exist. Or, yeah, he ceases to exist. Listen, I've had whiskey and beer to try to get myself through this. What's happening right now? You have a book in your possession that you woke up one morning sweating, and you look down and you see this new leather-bound book that feels lighter than your old book. And you open it up, and you see written on the front page, "To my son. Hope this book finds you well. I'm gifting this to you in the hopes that you know what to do with it. I can give you some of my power to keep some of your warlock powers intact, or this can just be our means of communication with each other. Either way, I just want you to know how proud I am of you, and whatever path you choose."
I think Azazel just smiles. A single tear just rolls down his eye, and he holds it close to himself. Thanks, Dad.
And that will be however you see fit. You can either keep your level of warlock or go straight bard whenever we do some side quests with them.
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep the one level of warlock stuff because it's like his connection to his dad now, you know.
Sure. That's fine, yeah.
That's awesome.
His dad is now.
And he's good. He's
An
alive.
even
He's
better
happy.
devil's power courses through my veins.
It is not as hot. The book feels lighter. You don't have this existential dread every time you had to write in it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really nice.
I had so much fun with you guys. I want to thank you for traveling this with me. At some points, I didn't think that we would finish, I'm going to be honest. And I'm glad that I was able to give you guys a good ending.
We
Your
did it.
happiness is my happiness.
Thank
The
you, Greg.
apocalypse is no more.
Yeah.
Is
The apocalypse has come to a close, but Aetheria
sounds,
lives on.
Aetheria lives.
which is what everybody wanted.
Yeah.
Uh,
A fitting end to, gosh, an amazing, just like part of our lives. Like this is D&D
7 years.
and playing with you guys has just been so amazing. Like I've had all these incredible highs and lows over the past 7 years, and just having you guys along with me has just kept me going. It's been really great making this story with you.
Sorry, I'm just putting out fireworks.
Wouldn't be the same without you, Kev.
just
Yeah.
blowing up the casket.
It's magic. It's the Z-axis.
Thank you, Greg, for all the work that you've done and the notes, the tracking all of our craziness, putting up with us all, and just doing it all with class and stride. I know it's a group thing,
thank-
but man, oh man, you are our captain.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys rolled with the punches that I gave you and came out the other side thriving. And I tried not to make it super easy for you, but I'm glad that everybody in the end still had fun. Even if it's just a little respite from real world stuff. Glad that we were all able to share it.
Yeah. This game has been through this game went through some like weird points in my life for sure. It went like we all experienced COVID sort of, or
Yeah.
to some extent through this game.
This was a tabletop game.
Yeah, we
To
started
start
out
off,
in
yeah.
real, in
Yeah.
person.
We were doing like 5-hour sessions.
Gosh, yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
There were some good, long, fun times.
Yeah. There were definitely times, especially when when I was hanging with Mikey C while we were playing and we were both just stoned out of our brains.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Mike and Cody. Kudos to those guys for playing with us.
Yeah. Leandros and Chuck.
Yeah.
Yes. The different game at the beginning.
Yeah,
Way that
gosh, we've come a long way since the battle royal to start it all, and the way our characters have grown and changed. We have honorary Roca Academy graduate Dewey, welcomed into the
Yes.
fold.
Yeah.
I'm there. Feels like home.
Even though he's only been there once.
Twice.
Yeah, twice now.
Twice. Everything's. I'm like, where's the bathroom?
Um, and yeah, sure, cry some more. And Zazzle having a girlfriend and everything.
Yeah, a lot of shipping going on here in this final encounter,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the Arlene thing, and I was just like, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is happening, yeah.
Well, no, that's not shipping. But they'll be friends. Dewey has
Yeah.
trouble making friends, so that's the growth.
Yeah,
We'll see what
and
happens with Velma.
I don't think that Arlene would be the. I think she's a platonic person too. I don't think that she would be trying to do anything, but she knew that it would fluster you, so that's why she gave you a kiss on the
Yeah.
cheek.
She does. He's gonna tell Tim Widget about that later.
Sure. Yep.
What does she mean? Why she do this?
He's like, he's gonna be like, I don't know. Fucking ask her.
I'm asking you.
I'm dead. What do you want from me?
I can bring you back. I'll come with.
He just goes, no, it's been too long.
That's the 5th question. Goes back to 6.
I love that Chud, the NPC, has vicariously lived on through Chud the Griffin. Chud Jr.
Yep.
The griffin egg that Roy stole from the first. No, it wasn't really our first boss fight, because we fought the griffin out in the orchard, right, in the farm.
Yeah, the Griffin fight was basically the first boss fight.
I feel like our spider fight. Oh, that wasn't. I don't know. Would
Good
you say
grinder.
the spider that we fought, the phase spider, would be
Wasn't
number one?
that
We'd be able to mess
was
up a
after.
face spider now.
Was that after?
that was after? Yeah, that was
Oops.
after. That was 100% after. Your
Okay.
your first job was the food festival.
That's right.
That's right.
Shoot. That's right. Gosh, we fought some wild enemies along the way too. The sea slug. Orlando's giant death plant with that
Oh my
I-
god.
clutch Azazel
yeah.
blight spell.
I love that fight.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Kelsey's waiting to respond. Stupid construction at JFK. This one says ride share.
One sec, hold on.
Yeah.
Point
One sec, guys.
Nope, no
You
worries.
can do it if you need to.
Yeah, if you
I think I give Orthon's sextant to Chubba.
To who?
To who?
To Chubba.
Who's Chubba?
Oh, Chubba,
Bubba.
Captain Bubba.
Oh, Bubba.
I still don't know his name.
Bubba Clubba.
What? Bubba Clubba.
Bubba.
Because Ballista's
Bubba.
probably already has one, but Bubba probably does not. So he gets a sextant, which is like a telescope.
The very appropriate person to give a sextant to specifically.
Yeah. I had my Corvon welcome magnet on me when he gave me all the other ones. Do any match? Hold on. How many do you have?
What? Magnets?
Yes.
Let's roll. What should I roll for it?
No. How many do you think you would have brought?
Probably like a dozen.
Okay. Hold on.
And I don't know if you saw my whisper to you, Matt.
Oh,
All right. So roll
Should-
a d12, and if you roll a 3, you gave me a double.
Okay.
This will be so cool. Ah.
Oh, they're all new.
Ooh, max damage.
Ooh.
Still making new ones? Are these like stamps?
Yeah, we have them at the Corvanus Tourist Center, which is expanding under
That was
Chief,
just a cart last
Chief
time.
Hector.
Nice.
Now it's 2 carts and a bulletin board.
Ooh.
Impressive. Mobile.
We're gonna build out another Blumco building there too.
It's like the
I'll work with
McDonald's
Alma.
they put up in the United Arab Emirates. The McDonald's drill. Okay, what's your thing with Matt? Your DM.
It's a secret.
Is Greg
Okay.
back?
It's a
No, he's
secret
not
to
back yet.
everyone.
Greg makes
No,
the determination on it.
We're still memeing.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab water.
Sure. Remember when Roy drank the fluid from the cup?
The cup overfloweth.
Yes.
Which fluid?
When we were in Kilvas. Not in Kilvas, in Hangman's Page.
Yes.
And we had the
That was
big
before I was
ring.
here though. So
That's right,
I don't
that's
remember that.
pre-due. I remember we destroyed our bag of holding like immediately. And we never found another. And I don't blame
Unfortunate.
Greg at all for not throwing another one to us because we just ruined that thing immediately, man. Oh man.
Do you remember when we ate the drug fish?
The drug fish?
Yeah, they were like the colored fish on the bridge. They all had a different drug. Matt knows.
The drug fish?
fish.
They had like they were magic fish. They had different effects when you ate them, but they were like psychedelic for you, I think.
Why do I not remember?
I remember Azazel and I.
Maybe I'm making it up.
Yeah. I remember Azazel and I fishing
Yeah, it was
when
then,
Henrik
when the shepherds were coming.
had the guy. No, I'm thinking of when Henrik was killing the ethos
Maybe that
guy
was it.
from the lighthouse in like epic like jump stabs.
Oh, and then it was like cut to fishing.
Yes,
And then he's like killing the other guy. He's killing the lighthouse
because we
guy.
didn't
cut
know
to
it was
fishing.
happening off screen, kind of.
He pushed them both. That was his genesis for his turnaround, his redemption arc.
Killing ethos. We gotta stomp
like,
those
you know what?
ethos guys out too. They're still out there. Excuse me.
So, like, do you remember the drug fish?
No.
The multicolored
The-
fish?
I think you're making it up, Dean.
I don't think I'm making it up. I think it
The
happened.
drug
I'll
fish.
check my notes.
Where was it? When was it?
You guys, I don't know. It was either when Henrik was killing the lighthouse guy and you guys were just chilling in like one of my very first episodes.
Oh, this
Or-
is a
And
long
we were
time ago.
fishing while other things were happening.
Oh, this was when we were fishing, and what, like when Chuck was getting his hand
Cut off.
cut off.
Yeah.
I think.
It might have been
I
with
don't
the
remember
shepherds.
us catching a drug fish though. The shepherds weren't there yet.
We fished with Lee in the pond, and he did something to kill all the fish, right? I don't know, something.
I remember us
Yeah.
camping out with them when we were in like the desert, and then that's when we got the
I'm
rod.
imagining things.
No.
I'm glad that we dropped the rod of rulership in the lava too.
That was a good call.
That was such
Yeah,
a
that was a
powerful
good call.
item. Although, with all of that being said, the what is the spell? Mass suggestion that Roy has. Kind of close. Not quite there. It's not as infallible. I made it through this entire campaign, still hanging on to that Steelwind strike. So when we come up on some real choice encounter in one of our future one-shots, because these characters are never gone, right? We're going to come back to them.
We're obviously
man,
going to come
no
back to them,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will, I'm going to bust out a Steelwind strike, and I'm going to do a backflip right when I do it, like in real life. I'm going to freak out. It's going to be awesome.
I'm looking through all like the items that are in my inventory from.
Look at the pup.
Nice shirt. Nice shirt.
That's a great shirt.
Hey,
I like that shirt. I gotta get
Figured
my
it was
book out
apropos.
going.
Apropos. Now that I have level 10 magic scrolls, Dewey is going to.
Just immediately be like, I can bend the world.
What does this one say? Better wish? How is it better?
It's like Wish Plus.
Yeah, Wish 2.0.
It's wish, but instead of the DM making the determination, it's the player.
Oh my god.
The player makes up all the rules.
That would be
More
wild.
wishes. But those wishes are actually the DM's decision. So there's the loophole. Oh man.
Wild. But now I have a reason to make the dungeon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, to keep it safe and all that.
Mhm.
And I think about enlisting HVG. But then I remember he blabbed about stuff too often. So I tell him it's all a hypothetical and ask him about structures. But I work
Like
closely
you
with
trick
Georges.
him.
Yeah, I trick him. It's all hypotheticals. But I work closely with Georges because I know he'll forget. It's perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's
100%.
perfect.
Perfect. Gosh. Speaking of dungeons, I
What about
have
dragons?
and dragons. I have a toss-up between my favorite. I really like
What you got?
the ruins of the dark gods, but I really like the sewers too.
I like the sewers.
I
The
don't know
sewers
which
was
one
really
I like
interesting.
more.
Two-
I think I
two
like the
ending
sewers
ones.
because of the stuff that we just did in them. Like we had some epic encounters. Henrik and Roy got cursed. Azazel showed off some epic surfing skills.
Do you
Sewers
ever go
might
back?
edge it out a little bit.
Do you ever go back? Does anybody ever go back? Azazel and I are going to be in Ave. We're going to know. It's going to be awkward.
Oh, it's true.
We're gonna
We
know
know
there's
there's an
an
aboleth living under the.
Yeah,
the-
maybe that could be a
the
little,
city.
a
Wait,
little
did
quest that
Henrik-
we
You're
go
just
on
like-
to find the aboleth.
What did Henrik do with it? Because he helped get the kids out. Did he just relocate them from the sewers, or did he like renovate it?
It's legitimate orphanage.
Is it in the sewers though?
It's not in the sewers.
I didn't know. Basement remodel.
Yeah, right. It's like it's a finished basement.
That
We took
could
out all
be,
the sewer, all the sewer water. We pushed it down more.
That could be the quest: is to find and destroy the aboleth. But instead, it's not these Aetherian heroes. It's like Neural, Hector.
They just send the shepherds. They're like, clear out that.
Oh
aboleth."
yeah,
It's like
play the shepherds.
And they're like, wait, shouldn't the other guys do it? They've already fought it before. They know what it's capable of.
you're like, nah.
no,
No, they're all
shepherds.
busy. They're all on vacation right
They're all
now.
busy.
Two of them are
They're,
in the
like,
town. Yeah.
making a banana sales company.
Dewey stops by. He's like, "Wait, I don't want to go down it anymore. It stinks. You got to bring a scarf, but I'll bless you before you go down there." Oh, we gotta find people with no noses.
Ah, that's what it is. We create characters that don't have any ability to
can't
smell.
smell.
Corlin.
Yeah.
Corlin simulacrums probably don't sneeze, right?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I've never known. You know what?
You're about to sneeze right there.
I'm rolling it. No, they sneeze.
Unfortunate.
Yep. Oh man.
We could,
So-
you know, it'd be funny. We could super over prepare for that, since we know.
That's
We
so
could have-
true. We
we could-
know. Yeah.
We could wear like actually, I could polish my shield so it's like a mirror shield, so he hypnotizes himself, or like we could just I can raise an army of skeletons and just march him to. You could be a
I-
creature
I-
with no eyes. Well, like a tremor sense worm or something. You could polymorph into it.
Worm Zazzle.
I did enjoy the island quest, the Hangman's Page. Little
Yeah.
dungeon.
I like that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about drinking the out of the
Asp's
goblet
kiss.
there, and
The Albus Dumbledore, kill
Yes.
me, don't kill me.
Oh.
and the bag of holding that we just immediately destroyed.
Blew up. Yeah.
I remember in Hangman's
I can't believe we
Page-
got a bag of holding and immediately
just got rid of it
destroyed
within like 10 minutes
It's
of getting it.
crazy.
Because that's
I was
where
like,
we
well,
got the
useful
pyramid,
items
right,
ever.
from there. That's where we found the
Yeah,
pyramid.
that's where the pyramid was.
I remember Azazel doing a cool thing with like, it was like firewall, but it was like the ring. We like
When in
swam
the-
under the firewall at one point too.
Oh yeah,
Hangman's Page.
because the firewall was everywhere except like underneath the water, so we had to dive in and swim underneath it or something.
I think the one big misstep we had. Well, what do you guys think I'm thinking of?
Misstep?
What's the biggest
We didn't-
misstep this party has done in the
didn't
Is,
make
campaign?
is
any
it the
mistakes.
pirate ship?
It is definitely the pirate ship.
Oh, I didn't make it.
We were
I didn't-
just we were punching above our weight with that one.
Made it
And,
out though.
Once again, Greg, I think I've said this quite a bit to you, but thank you for letting us live through that.
yeah.
I was like,
Because we,
I can't have a team
by all
play.
accounts, were
You
just
can't.
we were not supposed to.
Nope. I was like, and literally after the fact that you guys got captured, I was like, you guys were not supposed to do that.
We had such a good scheme to get on the boat and everything too.
Yeah, we were
Like I think
planning and-
we had killed like two of the guys and disguised
Yeah, you, like-
ourselves and
And
yeah.
everything. You're like a little boat, and you're just like, we're just gonna cross over and try to get up on this boat.
I think that one of the times that we really came together and did like a cool sort of infiltration thing was definitely not the bank, but storming into the Church of Ethos.
I did like that one.
That
yeah.
was
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
We were like just getting some third level spell stuff at that point. That was some awesome like character story building. Like I love, Greg, when you were able to kind of like we'd tangentially go off something else, but you'd be able to kind of weave the story in
hmm
to tie like that was the
And-
hook for Roy right there to get him involved.
Yeah, and I was saying that when we were in Port Jeff, I was like, I needed something to get Roy involved because I had Azazel, I had Henrik. I was like, I just needed something to get him involved, and I was like, kill his uncle.
Kill his uncle.
Yeah,
And
that was
Worry
like
about your
the
teacher, Roy.
the moment.
I remember that because the way that you would do things, Greg, was always fair, but you had certain elements to things too, where it's like, there's a time limit. People will, they're not waiting around. The world moves. And
they still do their own thing.
that encounter was a very like that was what I would call a hard encounter, right? But the time that we took and the fight that we had down there against like the Graf doppelganger and the mages and stuff, by all accounts we could have saved Jeffroy, but which I don't know if you guys knew that is his full name. Jeff is short for Jeffroy, which is why he's Roy, named after his uncle
Oh.
Jeffrey.
His mother's brother.
His mother's brother. I love that fight. That was cool. I remember being real sad, but it was like, man, I'm in for it. I'm in on the story now.
Kevin, as a player, was like, he was never pissed. He was sad, but he was also just like, well, now I got to keep on fucking playing because
Yes.
Devastated. Yeah.
Yeah, like we gotta get these ethos guys. Like, come on. Now I knew what Henrik was all about. Let's kill this Graf
And, like,
guy.
I didn't quote unquote rig it, but I was just like, they have a small chance of saving him.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if they save him, then he would be able to spill all of his beans
Yep.
and like get everything going. But like very, very small. So like that was the thing. I was just like, I'm planning on him dying, but rolls could happen and he could live and
Yeah.
he would
Well,
be an
because we
ally.
didn't know he was in the. We didn't know it was him in the.
Right.
No, not at all. Yeah.
It was literally, we're just like, this Dragonborn knows too much, kill him. And then the other, the fight started.
I think we only knew that it was your uncle after, like, the fight was over and everything too, right? Like
I think
had
there was,
gone over to a
like,
body or
Greg kind of
something.
alluded to it throughout the
Okay.
fight, and I was like, uh-oh.
Like,
Yeah.
oh no.
But it was a fresh couple of mages that we were against, and I know we did a couple of spell slots to distract the townsfolk with the big pile of gold, the flight
Oh
spell
yeah, I forgot about that. Wow, yeah, I forgot about that.
above. Yeah. Borealis.
Some of the most
It's a heck of a
intense
ton of good
moments are
Yeah,
when you're
Borealis.
like Greg has multiple pathways, but sometimes like with Roy's uncle, you would say you favored one pathway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the most intense moments are when you favor one pathway, but you're still like willing to give it up, like with tracking down the guy with like 2 dispel magics and Azazel snowballs in to get the rod of rulership. Like that was such an intense moment because you're
That was
Yeah.
close, yeah.
because you could just be like, nope, he gets away. He
Yeah,
dimension doors.
no, you
He's
definitely got to
easy.
roll with the punches. You got to
Yeah.
definitely got to roll with the punches, and like when you notice that your players do something cool, you're just like, I'm gonna give it to them.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And it's like it's what feels right, you know. It's like if somebody does 52 points of damage and the guy has 2 hit points left, you're just gonna be like, no, he's dead. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Well-
gonna give you those 2.
Hit points are kind of like not a
They're a guideline
suggestion,
anyway.
but they can, yeah, right, exactly, like a guideline.
Yep.
This has been
It's
so
like
fun.
however many however much.
Are you excited to do the new setting that we know nothing about, Slick? I know Greg was talking about a character the other day.
Yes.
Yep.
If you guys want,
That's all 3 of you, and I was just like, what are you playing? What are you playing? What are you playing?
well, if you guys want, like, I don't want you to think that you can, like, genuinely, like, the way that this is all going to start off is that you're all going to get whisked away from, like, wherever you currently are to someplace else, and basically the main goal is to be, like, getting out of that place and trying to get home, essentially. So you can be from wherever, like, all of that, background stuff is all up to you. I actually I started writing up a thing to, like, give you guys so that you could have more of like a guiding light as to, like, what I would need from you. But I don't want to. I can't bring everything up right now.
That's fair.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm
You're
just gonna,
hooking
like,
us,
drop it.
You're hooking us right in here.
I do want, like, one specific thing from you guys, and it's that I want each of your characters to have some sort of achievable goal that they have had in mind that they can't currently achieve right now. Maybe it's something that they've been dreaming about for a long time. Maybe it's something that they have a newfound interest in. But yeah, I want each character to have, like, a very, not a super duper specific goal, but something that's achievable. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, I want to become an incredibly famous bard, because, like, what does that actually mean? I'd want it to be something more like, I want to be more famous than the most famous bard in the city that I live in, you know? Something that's like, you can
More specific.
measure that, you know?
Okay.
I would love
Open
to
a
have
tapas
go
restaurant.
away.
That's a goal. That's achievable.
I want to bake the perfect cake.
What?
I just think of the Zeus's Infinity Pizza, you know?
Yeah.
Gravity Falls. Just looking to get that one day.
What
Oh, one day.
One
What-
day.
what level do you think that we're gonna end up at?
So I
it's
think
gonna
you're
be
gonna. You know, I've been thinking about that, and I don't want to have a specific level in mind, only because I don't know how short this campaign is really going to end up being. I feel like it's going to end up being a little bit longer than I want it to be, but that's just the nature
How
of
it
the
always
game.
works.
You know, yeah. So, I don't know, probably somewhere between like 7 and 10. I'm not sure, really.
That's fine.
That's when you would have to start doing extra planes. That's-
Exactly. So it's
'cause
yeah,
you can explore
which
a
is
world pretty well in 10 levels.
which is you know, and that's
What are
kinda
we?
fine,
We're level
too.
13, right? In this?
We're level 12.
12?
At 12. When we start
We've been
doing
to
like the
seven-
side
Like
quest
7
stuff,
years
we'll probably
ago.
be-
That's
probably
that's
be
what I
like
was saying.
13,
Like, yeah, level 10 really doesn't make a short campaign. At that point, it's just
See
a
you in 5 years,
campaign.
guys.
Yeah.
campaign, yeah.
What are the planes
But-
we've been to? Etheria,
Feywild,
the
Feywild.
Feywild, and the Nine Hells, right? Thelagos?
Astral Plane.
Yes.
Astral plane, yeah.
Astral plane.
The
Yep.
Astral Plane. And you know what? Dewey and Roy ended up in like 12 separate purpley, grayish, blobby
That's the Astral Plane.
demi-planes, right? It wasn't just the Astral Plane?
That's the Astral Plane.
That's just the astral plane.
Hanging out. Trying to see astral things. We never saw anything, though.
We saw each other. And we found
So you said you wanted us
ourselves-
to start at level 3, right? So like,
3. Yep. I
Do
figured
you want all of our classes?
Yeah, if you have them, if you want to
Do it.
drop them, that's fine. I'm very cool with that. That actually helps me out because part of the thing is setting up this, you know, when you're setting up like a little campaign, you're like, okay, I want to have something in mind for each of the players, so I want to have an idea of how I can start like building those things into this world, you know. So if you guys have your like classes and stuff or any, you know, whatever, you can send it over. I'm more than happy. If you want to say it now, that's also very cool for me. Or if you want to keep it a secret, that's also fine. Until we start, that's also totally cool. Because your characters are not going to know each other. They're basically all going to be plopped, you know, together, and now they have to figure it out, you know?
okay.
Okay.
What do you guys want to have in common? Because if we're not going to know each other, then we want to have something in common, right?
I mean, we
We
want to get
all
out of the
love
predicament that we're in.
golf.
Yeah.
The thing that I will tell you, you will all have one shared goal, which is we have to fucking get home, get out of
Okay.
here. So
How about
that might be fun if you guys are actually very opposed to one another, but you have to work together, you know?
Oh yeah.
But that's up to you guys. Like, that's if you guys want to like work that stuff out too. That's like amongst each other. That's also totally fine. Like the setup stuff.
What
But you
if-
won't like your characters won't know each other. I'll say that.
What if we're just normal men?
Men.
You're just innocent men. That's fine.
What do you mean, normal men?
And you can go and like the other thing is too, like if you guys want to do like you know, more interesting classes and stuff outside of like the typical, you know, elf, half elf, dwarf. Like if you want to do like a Kenku or a Goliath or something like that.
What about like a
that's
big
also-
rat guy? He's like
Hey,
a
yeah,
big,
that's like a thing, right?
8-foot rat.
That's a thing.
A big 8-foot rat, man.
Your Master
You might
Splinter.
have to homebrew that.
Homebrew rat class. Or rat
I'm the
race.
biggest rat that makes all of the rules.
One rat,
rat
and then
kid.
what's the turtle race? Turtles?
Turtles.
One,
Turtles are
The
sick.
lettuce.
one mouse, three turtles.
Mouse, three turtles. I would be
Cowabunga.
into that, man.
Trying
Oh
to find the fourth one.
man.
I always got to play something funky. I think I said to Slick the day that I play a human, like, shoot me, because, you know, I'm out of ideas.
I love humans.
You
Humans
could
are
be a
great.
human. Humans are cool.
Being a human is
Gotta
cool.
be something weird, some giant rat creature.
I will say, if
Like
one
a
of you is a
slime.
human, I will absolutely put you in a scenario where everybody else has dark vision except you, and you will wish you had it.
That makes me just want that even more.
Well, and I was thinking about this too. Like, you know, I feel like one thing that's really nice is that I kind of have a little bit more liberty to do things because it's like my campaign and it's not like a thing from a book. So I don't want to go as easy on you guys as I did in the one shot. I think I was pretty, like, I think there was like one of the things that I thought about, that I think about a lot, is how you guys were on the ship and Greg was like, are the barrels up top, do they have gunpowder in them? And I was just like, yes. I just like gave that to you because I was like, this is gonna be fun, but it kind of gives you this huge boon where it's like, okay, I can just make basically fireball happen right now, you know, for free.
But that's
So-
what the ship was in that story. And it was fun.
It's true. You guys set fire to the waves, Bane.
Sometimes
you went
just got
easy on us?
gunpowder.
That I want to what?
Are you saying you went easy on us?
I think I did, but I didn't intend to. I think I was like new, and I was like, oh, I don't want to, you know, I don't want
Do you want me to
like
provoke you this
accident-
time?
If you want to provoke me,
I'll provoke.
I'll take the
Slick.
provocation.
I literally clowned on you last time. You got
That's
away
so
from me.
true. You did. I have to clown on you this time. And you can like, you know, I love the idea of like
Kill
more
me.
like silly whatever stuff, but you know, this
No,
is not going to be
serious.
as silly as I was. You know,
Yeah, if it's gonna be longer, we won't do like super joke guys. So
Right.
okay, if
I
you
feel
want.
like we kind of
that's
end
fine.
up just steering a little bit towards that way anyway.
Yeah, that's
There's always
fine.
some silly
As long
stuff
as you
in
guys
there,
are having
right?
fun, that's all I
Yeah.
care about. You know.
You gotta joke around a little bit with this.
you find the jokes in the moment.
Yes.
Exactly.
I can tell you what I've been thinking about, Nick.
Okay.
It's an Order of Watchers Paladin.
Order of Watchers Paladin. That
Yeah,
sounds.
it's this paladin that like has to track like extraplanal forces. And he
Oh
gets
my
boons off
god.
of
What is it? Order of
Watchers.
Watchers? Oh my god.
It feels more supporty than being like a full-on tank at the front. It's like I'd rather do that than be like damage dealing blah, 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 type of thing, you know?
Smite.
And yeah, but like I also wanted, I don't know whether I'm gonna be a strength paladin or a dexterity paladin using a rapier, and I'm like, rapier sounds cool just because I get all the like skill bonuses and stuff like that with dexterity, higher initiative and everything like that. And I'm just like, it's good.
Harkening back to Shemp. Because he had a
Shemp was-
rapier, right?
He was, but
Yep,
he was
he's
a
Blade-Singer.
But he was a wizard.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember shit.
This would be dex and charisma.
I really like this subclass.
Dex Riz.
I think this is This is going to work out very well for this.
Feels fun.
Who likes gambling?
I like gambling.
I like gambling.
Rolling a wild magic sorcerer.
You are?
Ooh.
Oh, okay, okay.
Ooh.
I like
So,
that.
we have
I
a-
like that.
What were you thinking, Kevin?
I was thinking of playing a Phantom Rogue.
What's
Phantom,
that?
you're gonna make me Google this one.
Yeah, Google it up.
I think you already gave me the heads up on that.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh man. Oh, dude, I'm so excited for this. See, getting your guys' stuff is jazzing me up because now I'm like, okay, I can like do things with these things. But I really want to get your guys like backstory stuff too. But that's on me to give you what I want out of that.
Matt, are you gonna have a dead theme, like a dead spooky theme too?
Am I gonna have a dead spooky? No, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean,
don't either.
I can if we're going for a vibe because I haven't really settled on something. So I can.
Yeah, I love to fill. So if Greg's gonna be like a utility caster, you're gonna be a wild magic.
So
It
it's-
sorcerer?
It's sorcerer, and it's very much going to fit into the whole like I don't know what I'm doing. There's just stuff happening. Why is this happening?
Why?
Fireball.
Bro.
Why?
Love it. And then Kevin is gonna be
Just Mortimer up there. Just give me that icon. It's like why?
Why are things exploding around me, Rick?
Is this rogue, Phantom Rogue, a half caster?
I
No.
don't think so. No, there's just some like perk things with them. They have like a cool little like sneak attack thing that they do. It's like a half sneak on someone else.
Half sneak on someone else.
What's really funny
Okay.
is that all the articles online are like Phantom Rogue, how this class could be so much better. Or like Phantom Rogue, this class totally sucks. And I'm like, I don't know, everything I read they actually seemed really cool.
It seems cool.
Like you get a short or long rest, you get one skill or tool proficiency of your choice. So there's like a spirit or like a ghost that helps like encourage your skills.
So you could be like, I want to learn how to use brewer's tools.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Or like, oh, I'm a master chef. It would be pretty cool. I don't know, maybe to like randomize that too.
Yeah, if you
Either
wanna do
like
something
to
like
start
that would
for
be
like
fun.
what
Yeah.
things I'd
Oh,
pick,
that'd be
or
cool.
be like, all right, what skill
Dean,
do
if
I
there-
have?
Dean, if there's something specific that you want to try, I can fill in the final blank. Like I'm not
No.
committed to the paladin.
I'm fine. There's like 3 options that go in my head. I'm just trying to figure out which is the funniest. But because we need like a frontline dude, and I am totally down to play.
No, you don't.
We have
No,
a
you
paladin.
don't. I'll
You're right.
I'll play.
Okay, wait, yeah,
you
'cause
know.
wait, you're the sorry. I was thinking of a non-magic person, because then we can have 2 magic people and 2 non-magic people. If Roy's not a magic person, so I was thinking either a monk or
I like how you just said
Barbarian.
Roy.
That's me.
sorry. I looked at your name tag on this, so either that or that, and then I was like, wait, is it funnier if I'm just a human fighter? But no, I think
No.
Yo, human fighting.
No,
You're
absolutely.
a human fighting man.
and then I was like, what if I'm a druid, but then I would still
Druids?
be a caster. I don't want to do that.
Druids are cool.
Well, druids can kind of be tanky.
Shalele.
Well, it's I don't think Greg's like a tanky guy. I think monk. I've never played a monk before. I should probably be a monk.
Monks are
But
pretty
I was-
cool.
Monks are also really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of how funny it would be to be, because I want my guy to be an old man. So I thought it'd be super funny to be a barbarian, because then he would rip up like Master Roshi.
Yo,
And that's
yeah.
That would be
Yes.
awesome.
oh hell yeah.
But I
Plus,
guess,
having a
like,
monk would help out with Kevin's sneak attack. So
That is true.
Yeah, but
Oh,
and he can still
true,
be
yeah.
he can still be an old man monk. That fits just
could
as
be.
well.
Yeah. He could be
Alright.
Chun-Li, not Chun-Li, Jackie Chun from
Now I can
Dragon
see.
Ball.
what's
Building encounters.
Bo Cho from Mortal Kombat?
Who?
Bo
Yes.
Raicho.
The
Even Shang
drunk
Tsung.
monk master.
Drunken Master, Jackie Chan.
I will say
Okay, I'll put some thought into it, but I think monk.
Monks are cool. dude.
something.
Monk gets the seal
Never
of
done one.
approval.
I'm all for this. I love the idea of you guys having a rogue monk, a sorcerer, and a paladin. That's a very good,
That feels
interesting
good.
spread. Yeah.
It is funny that there's been like no talk or collusion or anything about this either. It's just been like, yeah, this would be fun to do.
Yeah, like that kind of that like all just fit like nicely into place. That's great.
If we were gonna do spooky, there's like this ranger class called like Ranger of the Hollows or something that would fit
Oh.
really well with both your rogue
what is
and
that?
Greg's theme. But I would only do that if we were all being spooky. But if Matt's not gonna be spooky, then I don't have to be spooky either. I can just be a normal old guy.
Yeah, and the
Which I
Phantom
love.
Rogue thing doesn't need to be like
I can make this spooky.
super spooky.
No. But I
Like
gotta be a ranger.
it's just like the spirits of the dead or whatever. That's not spooky. But it makes me think.
That's Spirits
like-
of the Dead. That's
so
not spooky.
reading through it a little bit makes me think of so in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, there's a race of people called the Trill, and the Trill are like bound with a creature called a symbiont, and the symbiont is this like worm creature thing that like attaches with their brain, and they're given the past experiences of other hosts that lived before them.
Oh, like the
Oh.
Avatar?
So it's kind of like the Avatar, yeah.
That is interesting.
So it could be more of a spiritual sort of, or it could be
You're
a
telling me
worm
I get
that
a
gives
tick?
you things. You
I get a tick and I
that-
get imbued with the power of really cool people past.
Yeah. Doesn't need to be a tick, but it could be, they have
the
some
equivalent of that.
previous spiritual experiences. And he's a minotaur.
He's a minotaur.
Okay.
All right, will you let me
He's
know,
a
Matt,
minotaur.
if you want to do a spooky thing, you let me know. But I don't need to do a spooky thing.
All right.
I am totally fine with
He's a mantor.
Is this Warden in
it. Hollow Warden.
UA or? Yeah, no. Was it in a book or was it in just
It
UA?
was in the errata, right? Is that what it's called?
Elemental.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever.
Arcana?
No, errata
Unearthed
is
Arcana?
the unearthed. Yeah, that's just the play testing stuff.
Yep.
I don't think that it's an actual thing in a book.
No, it's not a book.
My thing?
No, the Hollow Warden.
Oh,
Ranger.
Yeah, your Phantom is. It was, funny thing. Your Phantom and his Hollow Warden is in the same book, in the same UA.
Oh. Were you a buddies?
Understood.
The Phantom
Must have been a
was
spooky UA.
published.
Yeah.
It was actually, yeah. It was the Grave Domain for Cleric.
Great Domain was cool. Thought about it.
I like the
Is that
idea of being
are all
a-
those classes in Baldur's Gate 3 now?
Not Phantom
Um,
Rogue. They added Swashbuckler,
no.
Hexblade, Blade Singer.
They did add Grave Domain to Baldur's
Grave
Gate.
Domain. I'm not sure what
Great
barbarian
Domain
they
caught
added.
on.
Swashbuckler.
Paladin's gonna be fun for you.
Swashbuckler? No, for
Wild
the
Magic's
that's Rogue,
always fun.
Yep.
You know, you're Wild Magic Sorcerer, Matt?
Yep.
Okay. You know they have a Wild Magic Barbarian, too.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh.
I played that in Dean's one shot.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I thought of it. That's the last time I did Wild Magic.
the But
anything
the-
weird
they're-
happen?
they're-
You summoned the flumps, right?
They have a slightly different
I
magic.
think I did it twice.
Summoned the flumps twice.
Their wild magic stuff is slightly different too, right? Like than the sorcerer stuff, I think.
Different table.
Yes, the sorcerer's got
So-
a lot more. He's a lot better at it, or not like better at it, but it fits more.
That's right. Yeah. Wow. If you roll a 99 or 100, you regain all expended sorcery points. That's fun.
Matt, what did you roll in the level 0 one shot that created a sphere of annihilation?
Oh man, I don't even remember.
Were you doing wild magic? No, you were level 0.
No.
What did I roll? Who knows? It's in the past. This will be fun. Okay, I'll start looking up monk
Big yawn.
stuff.
I'm gonna give you guys something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
give
try to
us.
get you guys something tomorrow, so that way you guys have a better direction of what to think about and what to give me.
Wait, Slick.
Yes.
Can you give me this? This
Yes.
idea?
Yes.
At the end of every session, I roll a d100 to see, and if it's 100, my character dies of old age.
Yes. Done.
Yes?
100%.
I love it. Okay,
If that's
Matt rolled
what if that's
100,
what you
so
the
be
player
careful.
want, then I am all for it.
that's what I want. Okay.
Okay. I can't wait. There's gonna be one where where it's like you just defeated like some crazy boss or whatever, and then it's gonna be like, all right, roll your D100. You're gonna hit the 100, and I'm gonna be like,
Heart attack.
well, this will be something fun to do with.
Wait. Is it going to be 100 or a 1? I feel like it should be 100.
Yeah, I like 100
Okay.
because that shows up as it's like double zeros. It's like all zeros.
Everybody
Oops,
give me
all
a
zeros.
100 just to see if you would have died.
I rolled a 9.
Hey,
Oh,
Oh, close.
Oh, almost nice.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, really.
Take a d4 for guidance.
it's a 3.
hey.
Oh,
Oh,
101.
Almost nice.
Dalmatian.
Right.
This was so much fun, Greg. Thanks. This was a really
Yeah.
fitting ending. This is such a sweet ending.
This felt good.
Yeah.
I'm happy we lived.
me too.
Yeah.
There were
is an
times
incredible
when we
game.
could have died.
D1000.
a couple of times.
Yeah, it's a good roll.
The only revivify we did was on a trial. So
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But you know what's fun? Ooh, one of them would die. You know what's funny though?
100 D100. You
Well,
one
you
on
have that.
100.
You did.
What are the odds?
1 in 100. Literally. I wonder what your most common number was. Do you tell? Can you math people tell by just looking? 81. There's 281s. 277s.
That's right next to it. Was it 100? 100? Yeah.
273s.
You did
377s.
get a column
No, a lot of single digits in
where
here.
there's 37, 27, and 17.
I see 377s. Liar.
How many nices are there? Actually, can we just?
How many
Control
nice-
F.
Little control F, yeah.
Here,
Find the
I'm
nice.
gonna copy it and
There's
I'll
one.
feed it into ChatGPT
I-
and tell us how. That's what it's for.
Oh, Control F makes me go to draw.
Oh gosh. Azazel, Solar Void.
I'm gonna head off.
Thank you,
This was
sir.
fun. Thank you.
This was a great experience. And,
Thank you,
and
Greg.
Etheria sleeps tonight. In a happy.
Nice. Until next
happy
time that
sleep.
we show up in this world.
And then we're killing a blue dragon.
And we're gonna kill a blue dragon or a
Yeah, that's
giant
my
or something.
Yeah.
Or we speedrun the
Alright.
aboleth.
Yeah, right.
Apocalypse
Let's get more-
averted.
let's get more farmed off the dragon and Philippe's quest and the storm giants, and then we come back and we kill the aboleth. It's like you're nothing anymore.
Dude, you're stupid.
You're a toad. We're gonna stop you. Okay. Good night, everybody. See you
Good night.
next week for Slick Session 0, possibly.
Yes.
All right,
That
I'll put up a
sounds good.
schedule.
Good
All right.
night, heroes
night.
of Aetheria.
Bye, boys. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. See you.